Radiant catalytic ionization, or as it's now called ActivePure, was developed to effectively and safely control odor-causing bacteria, harmful contaminants, and molds on surfaces and in the air. The ActivePure technology utilizes shortwave ultraviolet light to illuminate a target surface. The target is a honeycomb matrix treated with our proprietary photocatalytic coating consisting of titanium dioxide and a few transition metals added to enhance the overall catalytic effect. The ActivePure process is an advanced technology for treating and improving the indoor air quality. In addition to the indoor air quality benefits, it has the added potential benefit to provide energy-sensitive solutions over other designs our competition may offer. The ActivePure cell is a unique and proprietary system that is at the heart of our indoor air quality technology. So how does this work? Very simply, UV light strikes the target surface. At that point, a photochemical reaction takes place between our proprietary coating and the ultraviolet light, creating molecules that are then picked up by the airstream and carried out to do their job. So let's take a quick look at our advanced coating. We have titanium dioxide. This is used to produce hydroxyl radicals and oxygen ions, both which are very powerful oxidizers. We have what we term element X. This converts nitric oxide. Our element Y accelerates the reactivity of the titanium dioxide and reacts with the oxygen to address harmful contaminants. Element Z produces reactions with hydrogen and improves the overall function of the titanium dioxide coating. The creation of hydrogen peroxide, H2O2, from the ActivePure photocatalytic process is how our system works. Hydrogen peroxide, as well as other elements produced by the ActivePure technology, requires very specialized equipment to be able to measure. In this case, hydrogen peroxide is measured with what's called a Dreger tube. It's a glass tube that contains a chemical that reacts only with hydrogen peroxide found in the air. As you can see, the ActivePure technology is actually a very sophisticated process. It begins with oxygen, nitrogen, humidity in the air that is carried into the cell. This reacts with the ultraviolet light and our proprietary coating to create the hydrogen peroxide, hydroxyl radicals, oxygen ions, and these are carried out of the cell so they can seek out and destroy harmful contaminants wherever they're found. ActivePure sends out various agents through the air to neutralize mold, odor-causing bacteria, VOCs, and other very harmful contaminants found in the air and on surfaces. It has the ability to do this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, unattended. As with all technologies, it needs to be verified. ActivePure is university tested and validated. 2 of the notable studies performed, one was at Kansas State University, the other was at the University of Missouri. Dr. James Marsden, Regents and Distinguished Professor at Kansas State University, performed a series of tests using our technology. As you can see, these are a summary of the test results as performed by Dr. Marsden in his laboratory on various biological entities. In almost all cases, the percent reduction approached 100% using our ActivePure technology. In this graph of Dr. Marsden's results, you can clearly see that within the first 2 hours of exposure to the ActivePure technology, an 80% reduction was achieved, and virtually 100% reduction was achieved within 24 hours. Another study performed by Dr. Leah Riley at the University of Missouri measured the effects of our ActivePure technology. In Dr. Riley's test, it was measured the efficacy in reducing the norovirus on stainless steel, carpet, and cloth surfaces using the ActivePure technology. As you can see in this graph, significant reduction in the first 2 hours and virtually zero survival of the norovirus after 6 hours. How is the ActivePure technology better than other UV-only sterilization products found on the market today? A UV-only technology is effective only when the contaminant is brought to the device. This is what we call passive device. It does nothing until the contaminants come to it. Unfortunately, most UV devices you find today are very underpowered. It takes a tremendous amount of energy to kill harmful contaminants moving at the air velocity through a typical HVAC system. ActivePure, on the other hand, because it is an active technology, does not require the system to bring the contaminants to it. We go to the contaminant. Using the air system, we send out the hydrogen peroxide, the hydroxyl radicals, the oxygen ions to seek out and destroy these contaminants wherever they're found. Because our product is active, proper maintenance is important. You have the bulb operating life and you have the bulb efficacy life. While these may sound the same, they're very different. A UV bulb, whether it's ours or our competition's, can last 2 years, 3 years, sometimes even longer. But because the bulb is on, you can see purple light, does not mean that's effective in doing its job. UV bulbs begin to lose their effectiveness from the moment they're turned on. And this is any UV bulb. Ours, our competition's, any bulb you find on the market. Bulb manufacturers base the life of their bulb as far as efficacy, which is the ability for the bulb to do its job, at around 80%. Operating at 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, this typically means that the bulb efficacy life is about 1 year. Now, in most cases where the inducts are hooked into the HVAC system and only are operating when the fan is on, this can extend the life out to 24 months, or in some cases about 30 months, before the bulb, which is the part of the cell, needs to be replaced. Just because the bulb is on doesn't mean it's effective. So it's very important that depending on how the unit is operating, whether it's continuously or part-time, that it's replaced at the proper intervals to make sure that the hydrogen peroxides, the hydroxyl radicals, the oxygen ions, and other elements are being produced at their maximum rate.